Hi everyone, I am Marie Schwartz. I'm the CEO and founder of Teen Life Media, which is a platform that promotes experiences that launch teens into life. So if any of you here have teenagers or going to have teenagers, you should be prepared, all right? This is I now have two sons I started the company when my boys were in middle school. I have two sons. And I was horrified by the kinds of games that they were playing. They were sitting on the carpet with a friend playing video games and killing people. So my life was very different than that growing up. I'm first generation American, and my parents were shipped abroad. So both my parents worked. I lived in big cities. I did all kinds of things. I had to figure it out myself. And the bubble that my kids were growing up in was very similar to other bubbles around the country, and that they still persist. So I set about to put this list together, which started out very innocently as Teen Life Boston with 240 summer programs. And 2 years later, I kept getting more and more requests for more things. So I realized there was a need. And so I'm probably the only person at this conference that thinks that there should be more face time and less screen time. I'm just appalled by, as long as we're in a community like this where we're still dealing with each other face to face, our kids, our teens especially, need that kind of experience. So the problem, as I mentioned, I personally think it's a problem, but it's actually bearing fruit in schools and in colleges. So kids are going to college with much higher levels of distress. Colleges are seeing more and more kids coming to their mental health centers for problems with anxiety, with depression. They're dropping out. They're taking a long time to graduate. They just can't seem to cope. And so a lot of people have pointed fingers, whether it's social media, whether it's the digital addiction kids have, whether it's the parenting styles today that don't allow children to fail. So employers are bearing the brunt. I'm sure you all have some young people and know what I'm talking about. So basically, we've made it impossibly easy to find summer programs, gap year programs, all kind of volunteer opportunities that students can do, whether it's around the corner or across the world. We have hand-curated, not website scraped, 13,000 experiences that are relevant for students in grades 7 through 12. And there's more. There could be more. So visitors come to our site. They don't have to register. They don't have to log in. They don't have to pay. And we have about over 2 million visitors per year. And the mix of members that we have who opt into our newsletter, it's about 50% parents, 40% students, and the rest are educators and independent consultants. So what they find are this mix of opportunities. The number of colleges is pretty much maxed out. There's a few more we can add. The number of private schools as well. We have private schools and colleges in here because many of them offer summer programs. So it's a great way to show not only the college or the private school, but also the summer programs that are related to them. But so the secret or the key that makes us different are the summer programs, the gap programs, and the volunteer opportunities. So we actually license this data to Naviance. So our enrichment programs are on the Naviance Family Connection portal. This is what a provider sees. So they have a dashboard. They can log in. Travel for Teens happens to have 95 listings on our site. At any point in time, they can update these listings. They can upgrade the listings, and they can post testimonials. They can react to reviews. So it's very user-friendly. What makes us different than many other online directories is our content. So we actually have a series of 8 annual guides, some of which we've been publishing for 8 years, 10 years. This one happens to be a guide to overnight summer programs, but what this has done also is has given us access to clients like associations. Many of you may be familiar with NACAC, which is the National Association of College Admission Counselors. They have these giant college fairs all over the country, and we're the ones who publish their exhibitor guides. So we get handed the names of the exhibitors who happen to be colleges so we can sell them advertising. So it's a real win-win. We also have lots of ebooks, and the blog posts ensure a high percentage of organic traffic. So how big is this market? Every year, 3.6 million students graduate from high school, and 2.5 of those enroll in college. So there's another group of students who we want to reach with career and technical education opportunities, but it's a pretty big market. 25 million students, age 12 to 18, it's a life stage. And we want to be the company market that supports that life stage. On the opportunity side, we think there's about 50,000 eligible providers in the US, easily found. And 5 to 25% say they have excess capacity. So that's our opportunity. We want to fill those seats. And they spend up to 20% on filling those seats with companies like us. We're unique in the marketplace in that we, target families with older children and are so comprehensive. There's lots of specialty companies and sites on the left. I think the only comparable one for younger children that may be somewhat comprehensive is Parents, but even they don't have all the listings that we have. So I think Teen Life could become the AARP or the AAA of this target audience. Our outreach plan, we basically do very specific things to reach counselors, PTA leaders at top, middle, and high schools. We distribute our guides, and we market directly to parents with teens. That's the secret ingredient that everybody wants. And on the experience side, we regularly communicate. We've prioritized and tiered all of the different accounts that we have. We focus only on the highest potential, and we hope to convert as many of them as possible. So here's a brief snapshot of our revenue model. We actually resell digital marketing solutions offered by a third party called ThriveHive because we don't have members in all communities. And the planned B2C revenue model is to start offering our own products. And those would be delivered virtually, but things like an experience advisor, kind of like a life coach, but these kids don't have lives yet, so we want to curate their experiences for them. And we would be licensed, we would keep 20%, and the licensee would get 80%. So we're looking for partners to do this with. Revenue projections we are making money, so the more we can pour into the top of this, the more money can be made. Our team consists of a range of great people, all ages, and it's really fun. We have a few more behind the scenes, so we're about a team of 10. And what I'm looking for today is basically about $1 million to build out this platform that we've gotten to this point. And if anyone is interested, I would love to speak with you. These are the things that we're implementing. And that's my contact information. So thank you very much.